In this video, we've compiled the managers on Undercover Boss who got brutally fired. Without further ado, let's get started. Franchise owner from Wild Wing.
Today's special is you buy 2 pounds of wings and get the 3rd pound for free. It's okay to share as long as the second person orders 2 apps.
On Undercover Boss Canada, Wild Wing CEO Rick Smickless went undercover as an entry-level employee of his restaurant franchise. At the branch he started at, Rick met the server Sabrina, who was put in charge of his training. She attempted to explain the policies the franchise owner imposed on the branch, but everything was just confusing to Rick.
The specials are a joke. Like, that stuff makes sense to me.
Well, yeah, because that's all head office stuff.
Why does this guy go against head office?
The restaurant was going against the franchise's established operations. This frustrated Rick to no end. To make matters worse, Rick discovered that the nonsense menu was only the beginning of the deviations the franchise's owner made.
This guy, he's not going to be with us much longer, the guy that's running this store, because he beats to his own drum. He's bigger than the brand, and when you're that big, there's the door, buddy.
Rick found even more reasons to get angry when he talked to Sabrina. He found out about the franchise owner's poor treatment of her. She revealed that she already thought of quitting before, but decided against it since she needed the money to support her children. Rick needed to calm himself down, so he went on his lunch break. However, the situation just got more terrible when he got back.
I'm going bankrupt tonight, you know that, right? You think I come here happy all the time?
That's my fault?
You look a little upset.
I am. I'm furious, actually.
Sabrina was clearly upset, so Rick offered to confront the franchise owner on her behalf. He demanded that the man come out of his office so they could speak face to face. Rick then proceeded to take out all the rage he had built up throughout the day on the franchise owner.
I just stopped.
You know what? I don't need to hear it. I want a proper apology. You can on me, you can me, you can do whatever the hell you want to me. You can't treat people like this when they're crying at work. No, come on. Employees come first.
Rick asked Sabrina if she wanted to quit right then. He offered her a job with him and triple her current pay. Before he left the restaurant, Rick made sure to act against everything wrong the franchise owner was doing.
Don't do that.
You don't need my name. Call it Dave's Wings.
Come on.
This crazy promo of yours, what is that? Everything you do is different.
And it's against the company.
Larry, aka Randy from Waste Management.
Today you'll be working for me. We'll be picking litter on the southwest side of the hill. Okay. And we got a lot of paper blowing everywhere. Every 10 minutes you should have a bag filled and ready to go.
Larry O'Donnell, the president and COO of Waste Management, donned a disguise and took on the persona of Randy to get a first-hand experience of his company's work environment. Larry's journey took him to the Central Landfill in Pompano Beach, Florida, where he was tasked with picking up litter. It was during this time that he crossed paths with Walter, who served as his supervisor for the day.
Picking papers from side to side, going up, working yourself up the hill.
Is there any technique I need to know about?
What kind of technique you want? You just picking up paper.
Walter maintained a strict and efficient operation, expecting the same from Larry. However, Larry struggled with overcomplicating his tasks, even seeking tips on basic aspects like closing the trash bags. This visibly annoyed Walter, who believed the job was straightforward, even stating that this job isn't rocket science. This ultimately led to Walter instructing Larry to focus on simply picking up trash and moving forward.
This is tough.
Talk to me, Randy.
Walter, this is Randy. Can you hear me? Yes, sir. Maybe just a half.
Larry's consistent delays in filling the trash bags allotted to him resulted in his failure to meet the established quota. Walter, witnessing Larry's inefficiency in the workplace, grew increasingly irritated. The visible annoyance on Walter's face made it evident that Larry's performance was not meeting the expectations set for the job.
This is going to be the most important 10 minutes in your life, Randy. Get it in the bag, Randy. Get it in the bag. Randy, you trying to flunk this test?
No, sir.
Walter offered Larry a final opportunity to secure the job, setting a target for him to fill 1 bag every 10 minutes. Although Walter could see Larry's visible struggle, he continued to encourage him, expressing confidence in Larry's ability. In the end, Walter had to prioritize what was best for the company and make a difficult decision.
I don't think I'm very good.
That's second in the motion, Randy. Nice working with you. I'm glad you came to Waste Management to try it out, but you just don't have it.
I felt miserable out there in that wind, knowing I was not getting the job done. Walter is the only person that's ever fired me in my whole career.
Michael, aka Gary from GSI Commerce.
Greg Rogers, the pack supervisor.
How are you?
I'm going to take you upstairs and hook you up with a trainer and get you going.
Great. I'm a quick learner.
Oh, let's hope so. The area we're going to put you in is 90 units an hour.
Hi.
This is Gary.
Hi, Gary. I'm
How are
Shannon.
you? You gonna make me good at this?
I'm going to try my best.
Michael Rubin, founder and CEO of GSI Commerce, wanted to use the show as a platform to get to know the inner workings of his e-commerce company better. He wanted to see if any issues would arise, and if any did appear, he wanted to remedy them to the best of his abilities. Michael started calling himself Gary and began working as a single line packer at one of his company's fulfillment centers during the busiest time of the year. He was put under the tutelage of fellow single line packer Shannon, who patiently taught him how to do the job as efficiently as possible.
We're going to scan this barcode here.
Yeah.
What I do is I make my boxes from the top down.
Okay.
My product in.
How do you know which one to put in?
Because it's the one I scanned right here.
You are fast at this.
Our goal here is 90 an hour, one every 40 seconds.
After Shannon showed Michael the basics, she let him start working on the line.
Go ahead and scan it.
You had this down way better than I did.
Okay.
And then put this guy in here.
Uh-huh.
What pace am I going at right now? Fast enough pace?
No. It's all about getting a little rhythm is all it is.
Michael was much slower than what was required in that area of the facility, but since he had just started, he was given a bit of leeway so he could continue to learn and get faster at packing boxes. However, there were more issues as he continued his shift.
Uh-oh.
Gary, you doing okay?
I think I might have a problem. Uh-oh. Am I doing better?
Greg should be around a little bit and let us know how you're doing.
Michael was getting into the rhythm he needed to do the job, but he was still moving at a snail's pace compared to the other packers. It also didn't help that he made crucial mistakes. Michael was becoming a liability, so the packing supervisor Greg needed to make a hard decision.
A couple things here. This one here, they've got the label on the bottom of the box, which is something cannot happen. This one here, the label going over the edge like that's never going to read. It's going to kick off down the reject line. Between the issues with the boxes and your numbers, we no longer need your services.
General Manager from Checkers and Rallies.
Kept hearing the general manager barking orders.
So if you go on overtime, I can take you outside and beat you up.
Rick Silva, the president and CEO of Checkers and Rallies, donned a disguise to start working at a branch of his fast food chain that's one of the largest in the U.S. He wanted to look behind the curtain and see the state of their operations and employees. But a huge surprise was waiting for him as he began his new job.
Todd, is this what usually happens? You're trying to do something, someone's calling you all the time? He needs to help me here, is that okay?
You're gonna go with him?
Okay, good.
I try not to, pay attention to it so much.
I really could not work there. I couldn't work there for 10 minutes. How does it make you feel?
Like I'm worthless.
Working conditions were terrible in the restaurant Rick chose to work in. The general manager ran the branch like a dictator, constantly shouting and insulting his employees. Eventually, Rick reached his boiling point and chose to reveal his identity right then.
What excuse is there to talk to people without being respectful to
I
them?
don't think I was disrespectful. You have to talk up. They will not listen to you unless the crew.
Why would I want to work for you with the way you talk to people inside there? The first hour that you talk to me that way, I would leave. I would walk out the door and never come back.
You do what you gotta do. You run them, they don't run you. Wanting to be nice, low tone, doesn't work.
Despite a confrontation by the CEO, the GM saw nothing wrong with how he did things. He argued that his treatment of his staff was necessary. Rick eventually decided that he needed to take immediate action.
What I saw here today, right now you're not doing the job to our standard, and so you don't belong in that restaurant. Right here, right now, we're going to shut the restaurant down.
Henrik, aka Edwin from ABM Industries.
I'm going to drive shuttle buses today. Shuttle bus operation is a key ingredient of our parking division. AMCO Parking System is a division of ABM Industries. We have shuttle buses in numerous airports in the country.
ABM Industries president and CEO Henrik Slipsager went undercover to gain first-hand insight into the work environment of his facility management company. Assuming the pseudonym Edwin, he applied for a job as an airport shuttle driver. Under the guidance of fellow shuttle driver Kenny, Henrik received training and was given the opportunity to take the wheel for practical experience.
Open your door, hop out. Quick. Watch your step going up, man. You gotta be quick. You just toss it up there, he'll grab it for you. Edward needs to be more motivated, like, he needs to be up. You know, it's his first day.
As Henrik started his work on the shuttle, he encountered some challenges. Kenny didn't hesitate to provide feedback on minor areas in which he needed improvement. However, as Henrik continued, additional issues began to surface.
Slow down, watch your speed, man.
25.
Slow it down, you're gonna be 35 here. This guy was doing almost 40 miles an hour in the garage, and you're supposed to only do 10. People notice that. They'll call and complain. And I'm training him, so I'll get in trouble.
Henrik found it challenging to keep up with the expectations set for him. Throughout this period, Kenny offered candid and straightforward critiques, highlighting every aspect in which Henrik was falling short. Despite the blunt feedback, Henrik was determined to learn and improve, using Kenny's honest assessments as valuable opportunities for growth.
I'm gonna tell you, you broke all the rules, man.
Why you break all the rules?
You're not moving fast enough. I think that lady was a little older than you, and she got to your bag before you can even get out the seat, man.
Henrik's efforts to meet the position's standards were met with difficulty as he consistently made mistakes. The situation escalated to the point where Kenny had to step in and take over driving of the shuttle. Upon returning to the garage, Kenny provided Henrik with an honest assessment of his performance throughout the day.
The 3 rules, man. Quickness, always on your game, quick, and basically knowing what to say, when to say it, how to say it. And no heavy foot. Watch your speed. So it's probably looking for somebody different.
All right. I didn't get the job.
Jose, aka Manny from Mastech.
Today I'm in Ponca City, Oklahoma, and I'm going to be working on a construction crew on a transmission line. Today we're upgrading an existing transmission line. A lot of things can go wrong, a lot of things can happen, so I want to make sure they're working safely.
The CEO of Mastech, Jose Mas, posed as Manny, a new employee of his company that's one of the leading builders of telecommunication and energy systems in the U.S. Jose went into the field and started training as a worker under the foreman, Hugh. Hugh had Jose sign some waivers, then he prepared Jose to get right into the thick of things.
We'll be digging, as you can see, we've done started. We've got some wire to put in the ground. We've got ground rods to drive. Well, the ground rod is for the static for this point, where it won't damage the structure, it won't damage the bases and stuff like this, and that way everything's cool.
Hugh gave Jose an explanation of everything he needed to know about what they did. Hugh then assigned Jose to the task of putting metal rods into the ground, which he assisted the new employee in doing.
That'd make a man out of you. I probably got an 11-year-old boy that could beat that thing harder than him. You could probably get more leverage on if you don't jump down here now. He acted like he was scared of it, but that ought to be good right there.
Despite giving his all, Jose couldn't perform up to Hugh's expectations on what he was currently assigned to. But Hugh gave him another chance at a different job.
Forward. All right, go ahead and ease it down, scrape it. Push it forward. Roll it to the right. All right, curl it down. The other way.
I'm going to pick up the piece.
Try to lay it flat and scrape it smooth.
Jose had the basic knowledge of how to operate the backhoe, but lacked the experience needed to use it skillfully. After a bit of fumbling around with the heavy machinery, Jose was eventually stopped by Hugh.
I don't think you're ready for this yet.
You don't think I'm ready for this?
No. You'll find out I'm picky when it comes to using equipment. I don't want nobody hurting there. If I don't feel safe with you, I ain't going to let that happen.
All right.
I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Shopper's World.
I didn't even get past the first rack, and already the scanning gun was choking up, timing out. I mean, I don't know what's going on in my IT department.
It's coming up. Nope.
I really need to find out what on earth is going on.
President and CEO of Shopper's World, Sam Ducey, posed as a new employee at his chain of discount department stores. His goal on the show was to see if there were ways they could improve how they implemented their systems. Sam went into the branch he chose to work in with confidence, but was quickly shocked by what he encountered.
What's going on?
Somebody stole something. Unfortunately, they were too late to get to the door.
Too late?
It's too late.
Well, where's security?
We're the security.
Not even an hour into Sam's shift, someone robbed the store. The thief got away as there was no one there to stop them. When Sam asked about what happened, the staff didn't seem too concerned about it.
I'm in total shock. It's like every time I walk into a store, I never know what I'm gonna find.
All right, I have to go up by Amy.
This
Come
way?
on, this way.
After what I just saw and what I just heard, I'm really boiling right now. There's definitely gonna be some major action taken on this circumstance.
Sam found out that the store didn't have any security. The job was instead left in the hands of the sales attendants. The manager also let Sam know just how bad the security of the store was.
It does happen. This is a serious problem that we do face here without security.
How often does this happen?
Once or twice every day. It's scary because you're putting, I have kids, she has a family. Everybody has a family, you know. These people, imagine if somebody has a gun. You don't know, so you don't know what you're putting yourself into, but it's either your job at the end or you be security.
Sam was furious at the state of the store. He wanted improvements done immediately, even if it meant people losing their jobs. He called up the boss of the branch to make sure changes were made.
Do you realize they just got robbed? I was just in this store. I watched it. I wasn't even in the store for over an hour, and there was already a thief. It's just a disaster. This store is getting robbed every day. It's out of control, out of control.
Mike, aka Mark from Family Dollar.
I've been with this company for 20 months. I need to learn at the stores. I need to learn at the distribution centers. I'm responsible for taking this company to the next level, and I need to hear people that are on the firing line how we can do that.
All right.
While undercover, I'll be posing as Mark.
At the time of his appearance on the show, Mike Bloom was the president and COO of Family Dollar. He started a new job at his chain of variety stores while using the name Mark. The pretense for him working there was that he was a contestant in a reality TV show who was trying to win a cash prize so he could open his own bar. Mike chose to work at one of the company's distribution centers, which are crucial parts of the whole operation.
Get it close to the other pallet. Whoa. Okay. Now you have 5 pallets. Don't kind of be jumpy because they will fall. Be careful. Follow me.
Mike was immediately given an important responsibility in the facility. He was watched closely by a supervisor, but he had difficulty following his trainer's guidance. He also couldn't operate the machine assigned to him properly.
I was getting a little frustrated because I taught him how to do it. He still wasn't doing right, entering the aisles. Place them right here.
I'm trying. Whoa!
Look behind you. Whoa.
Turn it this way, it goes the other way. You turn it that way, it goes... It's very confusing. I'm very frustrated right now.
Mike's trainer was right beside him the whole time. He gave pointers and instructions, but Mike just couldn't run the machine competently in the short time he had to learn it. Mike was so bad at it that his supervisor was eventually forced to take over for him so that they could avoid any potential accidents.
Follow me, okay? I'm a little afraid about Mark. He just gets too nervous about things, which is very dangerous.
Mike was a safety risk, and it wasn't efficient if his trainer had to watch over him the whole day. Given that, the supervisor was left with only one logical choice to make.
Mark, I gotta tell you this. I wouldn't be comfortable leaving you alone doing this. I would have to, let you go. I'm sorry.
It's all that, and I get fired just for that one little mistake.
I have to fire Mark for safety reasons. I don't want him to have an accident or hurt anybody else.
Jimbo from Hooters.
We're looking at the hair. Is it styled?
It looks styled to me.
Okay. She looks like a Hollywood starlet.
Yes.
Right? Okay, that's what we're looking for. Compliment her on her lack of nails.
Kobe Brooks, CEO of Hooters, went undercover at his restaurant chain famous for its scantily clad waitresses. Before he entered the restaurant, Kobe emphasized the importance of the general manager in leading the team, but he was not prepared for the GM that was waiting for him. The GM of the restaurant Kobe started working at was Jimbo. Kobe's training started well enough as Jimbo oriented him on Hooters policies. However, everything started falling apart after that point.
When I first came in this morning, Jimbo made it very clear that, we are about the Hooters girl.
Get another tattoo before tomorrow, too, okay?
He was very clear on what the brand's about. I don't think he's clear on how the brand should be treated.
Jimbo had no respect for the waitresses. He described them as prima donnas and berated them with insults. The situation just continued to go downhill later in the day, when Jimbo had to make a decision on which girl got to finish her shift early.
You want to leave early today? Cuts are going to be on games. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Jimbo decided that he wanted to play a game with the waitresses. He announced that participation in his game was mandatory if they wanted the chance to go home. Things completely fell off the rails when Jimbo showed the girls what type of game he wanted them to play.
Are you serious? No.
The first girl that finishes her plate of beans will go home. You cannot use your hands. Go! Oh, get some of that. Come on, girl. Who wants to go home?
As this disgusting abuse of power was playing out, Kobe was forced to keep quiet and watch from the sidelines. He wanted to confront Jimbo right then, but had to preserve his cover. When it was time for Kobe to tell Jimbo who he was, he let the GM know that everything he saw Jimbo do throughout the day was not how Hooters did things.
The way that you interact with the girls, quite frankly, is inappropriate. You're not giving them the respect that they need.
Jimbo actually defended how he ran the branch. He said that he needed to treat the girls that way to command respect. Kobe responded by saying that Jimbo needed to shape up if he wanted to continue working for them.
If I'm too competitive and if I'm too harsh, man, it works. I do have a track record. And
you can build profit all you want. It's all about being respectful.
Todd, a.k.a. Mark, from the Chicago Cubs.
My cover story will be that I am Mark Dawson, part in a reality show where I'm tested to see if I have what it takes to work for the Cubs.
Todd Ricketts, a co-owner of the Chicago Cubs, decided to go incognito as Mark to get a better appreciation for their day-to-day operations. His cover story was that he was a reality show contestant given the challenge of working within the Major League Baseball team's organization. Todd's assigned task was to clean the bathrooms at Wrigley Field, with Dale acting as his mentor for the day.
Okay. First thing we do is hose everything down. That's closed, that's open. Okay. And down? Okay. Left hand, pull the hose. Yeah. If you get it kinked, you got to twist it.
I'm working my butt off right now, but it's not good enough for Dale. I feel like I'm moving as fast as I can, and he says, you know, we got to move faster, we got to move faster.
Transitioning from his usual role in the head office, Todd encountered a learning curve when he took on the task of cleaning bathrooms. This experience made him appreciate the challenges his employees face daily. Moreover, Todd was astonished to discover that basic necessities required for his employees to perform their jobs effectively were lacking.
What's your cell phone number? You know, I could just call you and ask you where you're at.
So there's no radios, no communication.
No radios whatsoever.
I was super surprised these guys were using their personal cell phones to communicate to each other within the ballpark.
Todd, with no prior experience in this line of work, found himself making numerous mistakes that slowed down the entire operation. His unfamiliarity with the tasks caused disruptions, leading to problems that Dale had to step in and rectify. Observing Todd's performance closely, Dale had to carefully consider how to handle the situation and what steps to take moving forward.
Damn it, you did. It's not washroom ready for Wrigley. All right, man, this is it, man. I'm gonna have to let you go. I don't think this is, right for you. I gotta go back and clean up every mistake he made, but thanks.
Yeah.
Ernest from Buffets Incorporated.
Tell him either expedite or watch this. Let him take it for a minute.
How we doing, man?
Man, not bad. How about you?
Good.
Buffets Incorporated CEO and President Anthony Guido started working incognito in his company that's the largest buffet provider in the U.S. They'd been going through a rough patch, so he wanted to see if he could learn how they could recover from it. Anthony posed as a new employee at one of the restaurants handled by his company. He met the restaurant's manager, Ernest, who gave him the task of washing dishes under the dishwasher, Sky. Unfortunately, Sky didn't seem interested in giving Anthony any proper training. His training consisted of about a minute of explanation, then he left Anthony with all the work.
Right now, you're gonna run both positions. Sometimes it happens.
Because your manager's not doing a good job.
Oh, well.
The dishwashing area was a complete mess. Sky was completely useless as well. He just laughed it off when Anthony asked for his assistance.
Give other people more than 1 minute of training, because that's not what you want to be doing here. You want to be giving people training.
Oh, well.
He didn't really help me. No, the reds doesn't matter whether it's reds or clear, right? He just said, hey, go figure it out.
Mike thought he knew it all. If you knew it all, then what are you doing back here wasting my time?
Despite the crazy circumstance, Anthony tried his best to be a responsible employee. He just kept working, but things got even more chaotic as the day went on. He also learned something incredibly troubling about Sky.
It's not a bad job.
It sucks. I hate doing dishes.
Been trying to keep my cool, but hearing Sky tell me how he hates his job is frankly driving me crazy.
Anthony's patience was at its limit, and he couldn't continue his shift. He approached Ernest and asked to talk with him in private. When Anthony was alone with Ernest, he immediately revealed his identity and chastised the manager for what he perceived as a failure to properly lead the restaurant's employees.
I'm not Mike Davis. My name's Anthony Guido. I'm the president and CEO of Buffets Inc. This is a mess back in here.
Yes.
This operation back here, is not where we need it to be. What's stopping you from doing the right thing with these people? I want the bad attitudes out of the restaurant. I don't decide whether we keep dishwashers. Right. That's your job.
No firings were featured on the show, but it's safe to assume that some people, like Ernest and Sky, lost their jobs in the wake of Anthony's rage. Catherine, a.k.a. Louise from Fast Signs.
Gary, this is Louise.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wow, I didn't know it was supposed to be a woman.
Well, women can work too.
Of course, but nobody even suggested a she.
In Season 3, Episode 12 of Undercover Boss, Catherine Monson, Fast Signs president and CEO, made a covert appearance on the show to understand her employees and enhance operational efficiency. The endeavor aimed to gather valuable insights for improving the company's custom sign and graphics products business. Disguised as Louise, Catherine engaged with the staff and received hands-on training from the installer, Gary.
Measure this
Tape
out.
measure.
So I'm about to center.
All right.
So
All right.
we peel it back. Only as far as the tape. So this is where we come with, use these.
The squeegee.
You pressing out the air. Just take your time. I think you could do this on your own. It's much easier too.
Gary dedicated time to demonstrate graphic installation to Catherine, allowing her to observe the process. Once they completed the first graphic together, Gary believed Catherine was prepared to handle it independently. But Catherine soon realized that the task was more challenging than she had initially anticipated.
It looked easier when you were doing it.
Yeah, because I'm going slowly. I'm not pressing hard on it.
You don't think I was doing that?
No, I saw you. It seems like Louise is a little bit out of her comfort zone. She's kind of impatient. We all have the idea of stickers just peel and stick, and when it comes to something as a car, you can't just paste it on.
Despite Catherine's apparent lack of patience for the job, Gary decided to give her an opportunity to improve. At a later time, Gary took Catherine on an off-site installation job. Although Catherine was putting in her best effort, things didn't go as smoothly as expected.
I'm gonna step away for a minute, all right?
Okay.
All right.
This is not easy. It is really physically demanding, and there is definitely a skill involved.
Gary didn't hesitate to point out Catherine's mistakes during the task, bluntly mentioning that her work failed to meet their company's stringent standards. His candid feedback highlighted areas where improvement was necessary. Gary couldn't help but have reservations about Catherine's overall performance and whether she'd be able to meet the demands of the job.
I don't have the strength for this.
And
this
I'm
is hard.
still not doing the strokes evenly, almost coating. You almost jaggedly, almost rough. So right now we're going to take a little break and...
Oh, I'm so glad.
I would not hire Louise. I think Louise might be suited for a job, maybe a desk job.
Bosses getting fired on the show is rare, but there are other instances of this happening to regular employees. Click now to see employees who got brutally fired on Undercover Boss.